What's good, everybody? My name is Gentleman Jugg,
And I'm Son.
and welcome back to another Jugg and Son doing WWE. Last week today, how you doing, boy?
I'm good.
Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do. Son, boy, you have to take me to Raw.
Well, you had to see this, Raw, because we started off with Gunther, the new World Heavyweight Champion, and he's here, and he's like, he doesn't have a PowerPoint presentation this time, but maybe next week. But he's here to say that, yeah, I did it. I beat the street trash.
He said it, and he, like, Gunther is like a rare gem, in WWE right now.
It's like he's the monster heel like you've seen before, but you also haven't seen it like this before either.
It's like a weird, respectable, right?
Yeah, like it's different.
Like, he is a heel. He is a heel. He is doing bad things, but at the same time, respectable.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I've never seen it like this before, and I like it, and I want to see more of it. I hope he never turns face.
I mean, he could just be like this.
Yeah, if he turns face, they're gonna make him look weak. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, as a heel, he just does this. Just keep doing this. He's like, don't worry, you'll get that beating you earned.
Yeah, but then somebody comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah, Randy Orton, because you remember in the draft rules, he was drafted on Raw.
Yeah, why is he here? Why?
I don't know, why do we have a draft, is what I ask every year. Why do we have a draft?
I mean, so far, the draft has been basically it. I mean, you'll have random people every once in a blue moon, but it's not like, it's not a hard draft, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you're not having, like, Gunther's not going anywhere else. He hasn't gone anywhere else.
Imagine next week he's on Smackdown.
I know, right? But he hasn't gone anywhere else. He hasn't done anything. Like, most people who were on Raw, CM Punk, Andrew, and
Well, they showed up on SmackDown.
yeah, they were on SmackDown, weren't they?
That's where they had the Drew carrying his body. It's like, that was a SmackDown moment.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
That was a big story. That's a SmackDown moment.
Look, most of the time,
And Jay was there too.
they're where they're supposed to be at. I'm not gonna spend forever on this. Most of the time, they're where they're supposed to be. Okay?
And there was Cody the first couple weeks jumping around too.
Okay. Look, we could do this all day. I'm not doing it all day. What happened next, boy?
So Randy wants to fight Gunther at Bash in Berlin,
And why would he not? Why would he not want to do that?
and it makes sense because Gunther they went
What do
back.
you mean
to,
it makes sense? Are you insane?
No, they're going back to the match where Gunther won King of the Ring, but he didn't pin Randy all the way.
No. See, look, I understand where this is coming from, but you just sat there and freaking let Randy jump the front of the line
Yeah,
on a different show.
I'm like, shouldn't he be going after Cody? Because that's the title he kept looking at, and he's like, yeah, I was eyeing that title, but what I really wanted was to go to Raw to go fight the guy that beat me for King of the Ring. Yeah,
Whatever.
basically he's not ready to turn heel yet.
I don't care.
But he's not gonna.
It's
win.
another one of those things where I just don't feel like a person deserves to jump to the front of the line.
And he's not gonna win.
I don't know where in the line he was at, but he wasn't. He sure as hell wasn't at the front.
He wasn't anywhere on this line because he wasn't. He was not supposed to be on this show.
What's next, boy?
So next, we got Damian Priest. He's out here and he's like, "You betrayed me, Finn. You better get yourself out here." So Finn shows up on the screen and he reveals the new Judgment Day with, was it Liv, Dom, and JD and Carlito.
Is Damian Priest seriously telling me with a straight face that he's never betrayed anybody?
Like, he betrayed Edge.
That's how you got to the point where you're at in the Judgment Day, because you betrayed Edge with Rhea, okay?
And Finn.
And Finn wasn't on the group yet.
Or he just joined it.
Yeah, he just barely joined it. Okay, so we know what was going on.
Yeah,
You betrayed your leader. You tried to become the new de facto leader, and then you got betrayed. and now you're upset. No, you can't knock the hustle, Damian.
You know, if they'll betray with you, they'll betray on you or something.
You know what the saying is. Okay, so I mean, look, I don't got nothing for Rhea. I mean, what happened to her sucks, but you know, hey, things like that happen.
You know, you got, you know,
but Damian, shut your mouth, okay? Don't act like you haven't done bad things to people. Like you didn't spend the whole entire time in this heel group where when you want to win the championship, you just become a face.
Yep. Is that how it works? Once you lose the title as a heel, you just become a face?
I guess so. I don't know. It never happened to The Miz.
Seems to be the Triple H formula. Let me see. Damian Priest fight JD McDonough, and then the rest of the Judgment Day come out to beat him up, and then Rhea comes out and they get like a big brawl, and you know everyone.
Big brawl? There's like 2 against 4.
Well, that's what Michael Cole said. There's a big brawl going on.
Okay, fine, whatever.
And, you know, everyone ran away. Like, the whole Judgment Day runs away from these 2 people.
I mean, look, it's not terrible telling. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's starting to lose me.
It's not as bad as when Cody had a broken leg and he limped to the ring and then beat up everybody.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it is rough.
And then we had another tape. You know, Michael's like, we got another tape from the Wyatt 6 for our VHS tape machine in the back, and this one's got Joe Gacy, and he, you know, it's all glitchy and stuff. There's no Uncle Howdy in this one, but it's just I don't know what this is.
No, don't worry about it. They had their first match today, right?
They debuted on this Raw, so you know, for the first time they're here to wrestle on a wrestling show.
And they did.
It
wasn't terrible. Not to me.
I mean, I like the entrance, and that's kind of it.
Oh, wow. That's the stance you want to take? That's what you want to do? Okay. All right.
I mean, they beat Chad Gable. I'm like, okay.
So feud's over.
Hope so. I hope so. Maybe the next feud will be interesting. I don't know. But the problem that I have is that, you know, what does Chad do now? Because you buried his IC title chance. You destroyed his story with Otis. He lost to the Wyatt 6, so he's just kind of...
He's a loser.
And the 2 guys that are with him.
Losers. I never liked them anyways, though, but, you know.
Poor Chad. Justice for Chad.
Chad deserves an IC run at some point in time. I thought he was going to get it this year, but I guess that's not in the cards for old Chad.
He deserves better, and that's how we're going to end a Raw review.
Take me to Smackdown.
So Smackdown starts off with the world champion. You know, you like seeing the champion on both shows. We got Cody, and you know he's back after beating Solo, and he's like, yeah. So we beat Solo, and then Solo comes out and he says, I want a rematch right now.
Yeah, so
that wasn't fair. He's like,
to the back of the line, okay?
He's like, that wasn't fair. Roman came out and helped you. And then I'm like, I remember, like, literally the week before, you said, I'm going to be at SummerSlam fighting Cody, and if you want some Roman, you know where to find me.
He said that.
And then Roman found him, and now
Roman came out, and he found him.
And then Solo was like, he shouldn't have done that. That wasn't fair. I'm like, you called him out.
What did you think was going to happen?
It's like, you dared him. You're like, come and find me.
You dared a person to come out. They come out. They wreck your shit. And now you're upset? You ask and you shall receive. And he received.
So then, that's when Kevin Owens comes out to help Cody get rid of Solo and 2 guys. And they walk off. And then, before Kevin leaves, Cody's like, wait, hold on a second. You know, I need a challenger for Bash in the Berlin. And I'm picking you, Kevin, because you have my back.
This is a filler match.
And I'm like, you know, Randy had your back too.
This is a filler match. I don't agree with this match because this is a filler match.
So, if you get a title match because you had Cody's back, that means you got to give one to John Cena. You got to give one to The Undertaker. Mm-hmm. You got to give one to Roman. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you got to give one to Jay.
You have to give one to Roman. You have to give one to Jay. You have to give one to Seth. Everybody gets to have a match because they got your back. The reason why you're a champion is because all of those guys helped you.
That means you gotta give everyone a title match there. That was in that WrestleMania 40 main event. I'm like, that's the logic we're going with here.
Yeah. So, Kevin, you need to tell everybody else. Look, I know Kevin's playing this up. I don't deserve it. And that's like,
Yeah, you don't.
you really don't, but you know what? I don't care. This is a filler match. You can't tell me that they don't have people ready in the wings to freaking go against you. I don't know if Roman's going to have his match. I don't know when it's supposed to happen, but I do know that it shouldn't be Kevin.
But it is now. And then Kevin said, I'm not going to accept.
Because he's not going to win. He's not going to beat Cody. That's not happening.
And then they went backstage, and Kevin's like, I'm telling you, man, I don't deserve it. And then Nick Aldis says, well, if you don't accept it, then I'm just going to give the rematch to Roman. And he's like, well, then I accept.
Look, this to me makes no sense, okay? Kevin Owens he's going to go out there, and then what happens? He ends up becoming a heel because he's like, I told you I didn't want it.
Or he can just be a face that loses again.
I'm just, and then what, they shake hands at the end? This is boring. Cody, your run as champion is boring.
It's like, so far, the best parts of your run is Roman Reigns' return.
Yeah.
And people chanting, we want Roman.
Everybody's more excited about the person who was a heel who was a face for 4 freaking months, not even there.
And he's the guy that you beat, that everyone wanted you to beat. And now, during your segments, they're chanting, we want Roman.
They want him to hold that belt again.
Already.
With his music, I don't like his new music. I liked his old music.
I mean, the music's the face version.
I guess, man. I don't like it. They played this at WrestleMania. I thought it was just a WrestleMania thing. I thought that when he did come back, they were going to give him back his old music. And I was like, yes, I'm here for it. But nope, that's his music, and I'm not here for it. I don't like it.
So then after that, the Street Profits win a match.
Okay, I don't care.
It's been a while.
On. I don't care.
We found out Giovanni Vinci exists. I thought he was dead.
I mean, if anything, he should be going to Raw to attack people on Raw. Why are you here on SmackDown?
Shouldn't you go get your revenge on Gunther?
Go get your revenge on Gunther.
Now that he's the world champion, fight him. But, he's like, I can't beat that guy. Let's go to the SmackDown.
Go back to NXT, Gio.
And then LA Knight is here with the U.S. title. The U.S. champion is on Raw. It's been a while.
Yeah.
SmackDown.
SmackDown. Yeah, but he's here. And he got new music, which I don't have a problem with. I think it's fine.
It sounds like the same, but different.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds the same, but different. Whatever.
I guess his first challenger is going to be Santos Escobar.
Yeah, that's the dude that came out to sit there and get in his face.
Which is the guy that he beat already.
Yeah.
20 times.
A lot. And I think this will be no different.
So, both face champions on SmackDown.
You can imagine if Santos Escobar wins. You know what, LA, go back to NXT. Okay, I'm done with you.
Both face champions having some filler title reigns, I guess.
What more can you ask for
in the Paul Levesque era? And then we had the real reason everyone watched this show. So Solo comes out and he's still mad. He's like, all right, Roman, get out here. And Roman does get out there, and he's all shocked that Roman came out there. And I'm like, you asked him.
And he came. I'm like, maybe the problem that Roman wasn't coming back was because Solo didn't ask.
It's just every time Solo asks Roman to show up, Roman will show up. And you're like, yep. And then Solo's like, why did he show up?
Because you asked. The fans were asking for 4 months. You asked twice, and twice he showed up.
So he was here, and this is the best moment of the show. He beats up the two Tongans and Solo, and he's about to go. He goes ooh ah, and then he misses Solo because Solo runs away, and then the Tongans beat him up as he's trying to pick up the tribal lei, and then he shoves them, and then Superman punch, and then ooh ah. And then he spears one, and then he does it again. He's like, ooh ah! And then
does that make you feel great, boy? To keep doing that?
It's funny.
I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was cool. Because the crowd was into it. Like they should have been this whole entire time. That was epic. How loud they were.
I like it though. That's why it's great. And then
okay.
And then he gets in the ring, and then and then I guess Solo's he's running away. He's like, I'm the real chief. He's like, you want this? You want some?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're going to have their match sooner or later. And it's going to be great, and I'm going to watch it. I'm going to love it. It's going to be fantastic. But, hey, he's here, but he hasn't told us the reason why he came back. I'd like to hear that. I mean, I know why he came back.
I mean,
I want to hear him say it.
For me, what's funny is that he's already more popular than Cody. He's been gone for 4 months, and when he's back, he hasn't even said a single thing. He just attacked some people.
I mean, it's weird that, Cody was more popular than Roman without the title, and now Roman is more popular than Cody without the title. So what does this title even mean?
This title makes you less popular? Because anytime you're without the title and you're a big star on the same show, you're more popular.
Well, hey, listen, you guys, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do. We really appreciate you listening to us, all 20 of you out there. Hey, check us out on Instagram, check us out on the X, check us out on YouTube, because we play games all the time. And tune in next time, because the next one will be available
when it's ready.